To me, a healing K-drama are slice-of-life dramas where characters deal with issues that are realistic and pretty common. Most importantly, the K-drama has to leave me feeling better in the end than it did in the beginning. First up, we have Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Now, I know I talk about this show a lot, but to me it's the perfect, easy, healing K-drama. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha follows a dentist as she leaves the city and heads to a seaside village where she meets the chief of the village and a lot of other interesting characters. We get to watch all the characters become closer to one another and grow into better people over time. I love that we got to know all of the side characters, and they were all multi-dimensional people who had their own problems they were just trying to overcome, and they weren't just there to fill up time and take up space.
셋. 뾰롱뾰롱 뾰로롱 아랑이 파워 야!
I also loved the relationship between the two main leads and how we got to see them both help each other overcome their fears and problems and become the best versions of themselves they can be.
윤혜진이라고 써주면 안 돼?
안 돼. 앞에다가 써줄게. 이렇게 대문짝만 하게.
The scenery of the show led to some beautiful cinematography as well. Next up, we have My Liberation Notes, which I will admit I did find a little slow-moving or boring at times, but overall I really loved the show. This show follows 3 siblings and a stranger as they struggle with everyday life and they try to find meaning in their lives. I think my favorite part was definitely the relationship between the siblings and how it evolved over time. Also, the acting in the show was really amazing and felt so believable. The show was very character-driven and didn't have many big plot points in it, so if you're not a fan of slow-moving character dramas, this might not be for you.
해방 클럽. 전 해방이 하고 싶어요.
Summer Strike is one of my most recent favorites. I think this K-drama has one of the best messages in any K-drama I've seen and very quickly became one of my favorites. This show follows Lee Yurum as she moves from the city to a quiet town after her mother passes away and tries to finally live a life she will enjoy. While there, she meets Daebom and other residents and she gets to know them all. I love the found family trope that was in this. It is definitely one of my favorite tropes of all time, and it was just so nice to watch it in this drama. I also loved the relationship between the two main leads. It felt like it's rare to get to watch 2 introverts in love, and we get to see them go from having stunted, awkward interactions with each other, talk to each other all day without stopping. It was really sweet to watch.
뛰면서는 주로 얘기를 한다. 매일 비슷한 일상인데 할 말이 끝도 없다.
Summer Strike does have a murder mystery plot going on in the background that wasn't my favorite and definitely isn't very healing or comforting, but I think it's such a small part of the show it doesn't take away from the overall healing aspect of it. When the Chameleon Blooms. This drama follows a single mother who is trying to raise her son while running a bar/restaurant. She faces many challenges and problems in her life, and you find yourself rooting for her and wanting the best for her. When I first started watching this show, I wasn't sure I would like it. It took around 3 episodes before I fully got into it, but by the end I really loved it. All the characters are multi-dimensional and feel so real, and you just end up getting really attached to them. This has a similar issue to Summer Strike where there's a murder mystery going on in the background that wasn't my favorite part of the story, but I do think they handled it better than they do in Summer Strike. Run On is definitely more lighthearted than Summer Strike or My Liberation Notes. I think this show has a lot more comedic moments than the others, but still has the right amount of seriousness as well. It follows our 2 main leads' relationship as they grow closer to each other and as they try to discover what they want out of life and their careers. It's nice watching characters who don't have it all figured out and are still trying to find their way in life. My favorite thing about this show was definitely the 2 main leads. They both felt like unique and quirky characters, but not in an annoying way. I quickly found myself rooting for both of them and wanting everything to work out between them. The second leads are also one of my favorite second lead couples of any show. I love the relationship between them and they had great chemistry between each other as well.
이 새끼가 갑자기 나한테 욕하잖아. 야, fuck you! 이건 더 아니지 않나.
She's very good.